आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। जहाँ होता है मानव का धन, वहीं होता है उसका मन। इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया, मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन। हमसा नहीं कोई जमाने में, रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे, पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा, नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। ये दुनिया तो मायावी है, माया से भला कैसी यारी। अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं, वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी। धुंधला सा अंधियारा है, दीपक से उजियारा होगा। ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है, ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। अरे शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा।
हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
बच्चे बड़े चतुर हो गए हैं। क्या कहते हैं बाप को तो हम चाहते नहीं है वापस आए, लेकिन आ जाती है। आ जाती है तो आप स्वीकार क्यों करते हैं? आ जाती है, ये राइट है। लेकिन कोई चीज आपको पसंद नहीं है और कोई जबरदस्ती भी दे तो आप लेंगे या वापस दे देंगे? वापस देंगे ना। तो स्वीकार क्यों करते हैं? माया तो वापस लाएगी, लेकिन आप स्वीकार नहीं करोगे। हिम्मत हिम्मत है? देखो सोच के कहो। फिर वहां जाके नहीं कहना बाबा क्या करूं, चाहते नहीं है हो गया, ऐसे मत लिए नहीं, आपकी हिम्मत और बाप की मदद, हिम्मत नहीं कम करना। देखो बाप की मदद मिलती है या नहीं, अनुभव भी सभी को है कि बाप की मदद समय पर हिम्मत रखने से मिलती है और मिलनी ही है, गारंटी है। हिम्मत आपकी मदद पर संकल्प क्या हुआ, चेहरे दिख रहे हैं, हिम्मत है या नहीं है, हिम्मत वाले तो क्यों, अगर हिम्मत नहीं होती तो बाप की बंदी बन गई। इसे सिद्ध होता है कि हिम्मत है, सिर्फ छोटी सी बात करते हो कि समय पर हिम्मत को थोड़ा सा भूल जाते, जब कुछ हो जाता है ना, पीछे मत याद आती है, मदद याद आती है। समय पर सब शक्तियां, समय पर मान यूज करना, इसको कहा जाता है ज्ञानी दुआ, आत्मा योगी दुआ।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. In order to experience the stage of liberation in life, become free from bondage, the image of fortune. While seeing the image of your fortune and performing actions, stay free from hard work and experience happiness. Never allow tears of sorrow to come. To have a wave of sorrow in your mind means tears in the mind. So, let there not be any tears through your eyes, nor in your mind. Become free from crying in this way. No wave of sorrow can come to fortunate souls who have the fortune of happiness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 20. In order to experience the stage of liberation in life, become free from bondage. Today's topic, the image of fortune. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Happy, okay, well. It's so lovely to see whole family here. Is it because of the fortune I am happy, or because I am happy I am fortunate? Like we used to play a song, Baba's Murli song, I have come with my awakened fortune. So did I come with awakened fortune, or it's because I came, my fortune has awakened? It's both, no? I am fortunate to come to Baba. But after coming to Baba, I have to accumulate more fortune. Same is with happiness. Some people they are sensitive, so they sulk very quickly. Any little thing happen, like in Lokik family, to some children, they always have sulking nature. So even if you give them everything, they won't accept it. I don't want. But if they don't get, then also they don't feel good, right? So all of us have to observe in a very subtle way, that is my nature to remain joyful, to remain happy, to remain feeling full. And then when you have this nature, then whatever you do, say, you're creating the fortune of joy. So internally, the nature should be joyful. And then, of course, as Baba is saying, that practice to go in the depth of ocean. Yes, go as far you can go, in the sense of, let's say, you have half an hour in the morning or Amrit Vela. Take Baba's quality of purity and keep taking those vibrations of purity. Not only you feel pure, you experience Baba as purifier, and you kind of merge in that, no? And you start feeling inside you, all the impurities are being removed. Baba is removing all the impurities. So solitude, right? Solitude is going in depth of one. Ekant. Ek is one, ant is the end. That means the bottom, the depth. So when you are joyful and happy, very positive things emerge in the mind. Always you are like, yes, it's going to happen, everything will be okay, we are okay. And if you are not joyful, you are very negative. I don't think it will work. I don't think this will work. So we keep kind of crossing line on our own fortune. So that's why I'm saying that if I am joyful, I am like always very positive, very hopeful. And it's like some kind of internal, all the answers and the thoughts which come, those thoughts are very, very much full of love, full of hope, full of determination. Everything comes from there. So why it is so important to maintain this awareness of your own fortune of joy? Of course, Baba said there is intoxication, but also practically, if you see that when you are happy, everything will work, it's okay, we can do it, we will manage, these kind of thoughts come. And when you are not happy, nothing will happen. You yourself is kind of disappointed with your own self and others. And in that, we have to be careful, no? Because we have to create fortune. So how the fortune is created? When it is plus, no, in actions. It's so deeply like plus and minus, we don't know sometimes. So how much we have to pay attention to accumulate. Oh, I created fortune. I added more to my fortune. I added more to my fortune. So you keep saying, it's like even for the life, no? Our Dadi Janki used to say, when the year begins, January, I will know how much Baba will give me extension. How many years? Because people used to try to fix her travel. Adi, you will come to us in June, you will come to... She said, I will tell in January. Because then Baba will tell me how many more years. Do I have this year or not? So she always looks at Baba for extension of life. And when those who were happy nature, when they go to Brahma Baba, used to feel happy. And not only that, but he will keep calling them again and again. But there are some, they always have something to complain, something to grumble, something. They need to get appointment, and it was not easy. So even God likes what? So I always say, since childhood, go in front of God with so much contentment, happiness. Let him bless you. You will always remain happy. Now that's fortune. Never, never go with sorrow, sad face. Never. And you will find that how many blessings you receive. So it's like, is it in my fortune to be happy, or if I am happy, I can create fortune? Some souls, when I ask them, why are you not happy? They, "Hamare bhagya mein nahi hai. It's not in my fortune." But if you remain happy, it will be your fortune. So some blame fortune for their happiness. But we should never make fortune unhappy with us. Let even fortune feel happy. These are very subtle aspects. Sometimes we use the words and we say things like this. It's not in my fortune. So what you doing? Yes, why not? It's my fortune. Should I claim it or cancel it? Should I claim my fortune or cancel my fortune? One can cancel by keep saying, I don't think I am enough fortunate for this. Will you have first prize? I don't think it's in my fortune. Yes, why not? It's in I will claim it. Again, it's if you have energy, you are happy. But I would say be happy, let energy come through happiness. Understand? Oh, today I don't have energy, but at least be happy. So that revival of energy will happen. It will come back. Okay, so these are little subtle points. Now let's claim our fortune of joy. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Brother Eric.
Greetings. Great to see you.
Yes. Go ahead.
How is your fortune?
Oh, yes. We still have I'm looking at a gorgeous sunset out here in California. And I know yours has passed 3 hours ago.
That's right.
And, just listening to Mohini Didi, she's so relaxed. I notice when people realize their fortune, they are always calm, relaxed, no tension, always at ease. So, Eric, I have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you do it?
How do I?
I mean, to is it your humor? Is that what keeps you?
No. First of all, you've made an assumption that the exterior and the interior are the same. And one of the aspects, and I was asked this question a while ago, and I'll give the same answer. But a little preface that I have a great opportunity to be involved in many things. And one of the ways that I think that works out is by saying, sure, yeah, let's give it a try. Let me see what I can do. How can I help? And one of the ways that I find that is mentioned is that, and this is a theme that's been going on for years, it's not mine. That I and mine, this isn't my service, these aren't my students, this isn't my job. It is always Baba's task, Baba's, purpose to change the world. Only he can do that, was in the Murli. And so I see myself as someone who is eager to help. And it's a wonderful position to be in. How can I help God? And in my fortune, I have the opportunity to help God. And when I pause on that, really what I'm doing, I'm not creating anything. I'm not looking for my name or anything like that, but I want to be a part of it. And that being a part of something, that's the service, and that's the happiness that comes. And so being able to put some space in there and say, all right, well, I'll do my best. That was one of my login names one time. Do my best. Okay.
Actually, that's a good yukti. These little yuktis really help. I often say, this is Baba's problem. This isn't my problem.
Yeah.
But I like what you're saying. You're saying, how can I help with whatever resources I have, whatever abilities that I have? How can I make this better?
And if we're open and available to that, it comes. Service comes. Everybody is in a situation where they need support or help, even if it's little things. Just putting a hand out when it's necessary to help someone feel stable. You're not doing anything, but it is that sense that you are showing up, and there's that feeling then that is communicated that it's going to be okay. And wanted to comment on that phrase, okay, how wonderful it is for, I don't know, a year or two, I don't remember, when Mohini Didi was first starting to say, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Everybody okay? Because hearing that tonight again, and these rebroadcasts and revisions are wonderful, because I get to hear it, and I've heard it, but it goes a little deeper each time. But that sense that we are okay. Mm-hmm. And to kind of stabilize ourselves in that awareness that, yeah, I'm here, I'm with family, I'm listening to God's versions, whatever else is going on, I'm okay, we're okay, Mm-hmm. And so that brings in that feeling of fortune and happiness. And so I think it's a brilliant way for us to begin these conversations, these gatherings, these Paravarian activities. And we're okay, we're happy, let's do it.
I like how you said that, Paravarian. That's a new word. Paravarian activities. family, we're a family. We have to go beyond and be alone with Baba, none but one Baba.
Yeah.
But we do it with the family. And actually, the family is part of the solution in freeing me up.
Say more. How does
Isn't
the
that
family free you up?
Yeah, because I meet myself in the other.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like today's Murli. The biggest mistake is to forget Baba, right?
Okay.
And who would forget Baba? Why would you want to forget Baba? You feel great when you remember Baba, when you're soul conscious and you remember God. But then the slippery thing is, oh, Maya. And I've been fascinated with this because I've been discovering some little defects that I need to overcome. And you can see them in others. And if I'm disturbed by the other person's defect or old sanskar, right? The old sanskar,
Yep.
then I go, okay, Elizabeth. And that's another yukti. I talk to myself, hold court with myself.
Sure. Listen
Okay,
up.
Elizabeth, why is that disturbing? Right?
Okay.
And so that way it hits a nerve. And to the degree that I become disturbed by it, then I know that's how much I need to do some liberating with Baba.
So there's a
And
resonance somehow between what's inside of us and what is going on around us that activates those things. And so if we don't have something inside of us, others, activities, words, behaviors isn't going to cause anything to come alive and it won't bother us.
Exactly. Just as Didi was saying, you shouldn't sulk, not to take sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good focus. Something happened to me just the other day, and I could have won in a court of law, right? They did this and they did this. You make your little list.
Yeah.
And I said, no way. But why did they do it? Why were they unhappy? And it's not that I should take it personally. And once I had that merciful feeling towards the soul, interesting, I felt liberated.
Yeah.
And then I received a call from that soul the very next day wanting help in something. And it's such a good feeling, and that when we're liberated, that definitely makes me feel fortunate. When I take that opportunity to be with the family, because they show up to let me know what I need to change. And then just see it as a game,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think of a time, Eric, where you felt, liberated from something, or you had an experience where, like a situation where you realized, wow, I am so lucky.
Today, yesterday,
The day before.
the day before that.
Okay, what happened today?
Yeah. I woke up, I'm alive.
Yes,
And
but how are we, like, something that happens. Usually when the contrast, we overcome something. You don't need to, I don't dig up something, but it's like that makes us realize and can remind us every day how fortunate we are.
I don't know if it's always the things that happens. They're big events, like, oh, this is so great. But over time, I think it's been distilled down that every moment, of that solitude, of that remembrance is so special. And to have that, um, incorporated and inculcated and imbibed in the awareness that, what really is going on. I mean, somehow in my experience, and I think this happens for many, there's a lot of it that starts in the head. And then sometimes it leaks down or drifts down or circulates deeper into the self. And we kind of live with that awareness. And if we ever pause, and that's why traffic control is good and stoplights are good, and anytime, and just pause and say, I'm a soul that God is using to help transform the world. I mean, we're living miracles when we stop and think like that. It is just amazing. And so, yeah, I had a chance this morning to wake up. I sat for Amrit Fela. I got a chance to do a couple different types of service. I had some free time. I picked up some sticks. I was outside in the air. I'm able to participate here. All of those are, unremarkable in one way, but they're just gorgeous moments to stop and reflect upon. And I think the more I appreciate the opportunity that I've had to know people and to listen to people and to be a part of the family and learn from them and have them help me get better, it's always there.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. Even just in the simple things of life, to appreciate them. And just hearing you talk, I would say, wow, he is so lucky. And yet I wouldn't think it would create any kind of jealousy for that type of fortune, to have
I
that outlook that is positive and realistically positive.
I'll tell you
Counting.
something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, good.
Sorry.
You're onto something. Go ahead.
Well, I've never had anybody come out in a blizzard and take the snow shovel out of my hand and say, no, 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 this is mine. Okay. And rarely does that happen, or that anybody comes out and says, no, all those sticks that came down from the storm, those are mine to pick up. And so there is not a lot of competition for some of it, but it's still a sense that I'm able to do something and I feel good about that. And I think that's one of the things that might address your question also, is when I look at, I'm going to go do something real simple. I had to drive to the hospital today. And okay, so I got there and I had to wait a little, but I have a choice. Do I want to fuss? Why is this one? Why is that? We're late, traffic. Or it's like, hey, here's a chance of solitude. Here's a chance for reflection. Let me update my to-do list. There's a sense that I always have a choice on how I want to do things. And I have made a conscious decision that I want to be happy. I want to feel great. So I try.
Yeah, such a shift. And Baba's given you what others could view as a lot of responsibility, but to take it as not a burden, that is such a blessing, a gift that people would want to aspire to embody. And I think when that's the difference with virtues and spiritual powers, they inspire people to embody them rather than, I want that. How come they get to have that? How come he gets to be so grateful? Right?
Why is he so happy? What's the matter?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
How come they don't understand the reality?
I want to be happy. Give me some of that.
Sure.
But this is the time, this is the season of giving and the season of receiving.
Okay.
And we're sending Didi blessings and love from our hearts for quick recovery and healing, and we'll have an opportunity to meditate together. And she wants our lightness, she wants us, not to be sad or worried or concerned. Even when if you notice, when she's coughing, dear family, dear Avyakti Parivar, she always says, oh, I'm fine. It's nothing. She doesn't want to pull anyone's intellect. She wants all of us to remember Baba, to be connected, and to be that lamp of hope, of fortune. And I like this image. I don't use hope in any other season than these long nights that we have in the Northern Hemisphere. But as we meditate for Didi and have those pure feelings for the soul and the body to recover, to be these images of hope for the world, and to count our blessings and to relish in our great fortune, waking up with Baba every day.
I remember some of the Murley points when Baba would say that he's happy to see the children who understand and apply what he teaches. And I think that's the same thing that's going on with the Avyak Parivar, to see us be happy and to see us standing up and learning things and applying those things and making our lives special, spiritual, fabulous. I think that's the karmas that give the return at this time. That if we are the ones who have learned and can apply and understand and recognize the fortune and that we're okay, that kind of acceptance of who we are means that we're good students, and that makes our teacher happy, and that makes God happy. And so I think that's one of the best things that I can do and that we can all do, is to be okay and to have that courage that was mentioned somewhere in one of the classes or Murley's tonight, to take a step forward, that I am being trusted with this knowledge and being given the opportunity to be joyful and happy and to share that and to show everybody that. And so I'm hoping that that is our Christmas gift that we can all give this season, and maybe that'll be our resolution for the new year. Always be joyful, cheerful, and happy.
Thank you, Eric. That's lovely. Maybe we can now have a meditation with Didi, for Didi.
There was a request for that.
Yes. Mohini Didi, Om Shanti. We just saw Didi in hospital. She loves this family so much. I am so touched. Oh, Eric, brother, I am, that's like amazing. Didi, Om Shanti. Well,
She's
she
there.
really wants to be with us.
And she will come back on, whether we hear her or not, or she's still muted. But it's wonderful that she's there. And one of the things I've learned is we might not always see her, but she's there with us. And so listening and understanding, we heard that before. And so the efforts that's being made there. Om Shanti, welcome. Good to see you, everybody. This is a miracle again. Wonderful. Are you okay?
I am okay.
You look great.
Not,
Oh, Didi, so good to see you.
not speaking for a while, but
Yeah, that's fine. And speak when you can if you want. But I think one of the points that you mentioned was the deep solitude and how much that is important. And so you can model that for us at this time also. Excellent.
Should we take this time to just take drishti from Didi? Because it's hard to talk. It brings the cough.
Yeah.
But the family's definitely, Didi, sending you so much love for healing.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Happy World of Avyakti Children, Season 3, Day 20. So today we have two angels, and their name is Sister Kritika and Sister Harshita with their family. So I would like to welcome these two angels to Avyakti Parivar for wonderful chit chat. We are looking forward to hear from you. Welcome.
Om Shanti, I'm Harshita. I'm 13 years old and I'm from New York. Om Shanti, I'm Kritika. I'm 16 years old and I'm from New York. And she is our mother, Radhita. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So nice to meet such a lovely family. Wasn't it lovely to see Mohini Didi?
Yeah. Yes.
That was so special. Oh my gosh, so much love for the family. So do you have any questions for us today?
Yes. So my first question is that sometimes when we create a negative thought, is like how can we change it into a positive? And like because sometimes I see some people, they get upset about something and they create a negative thought. So I wanted to know a way that I can tell them a way to make it positive.
That's a wonderful question. I think that's one of the biggest questions that people have, in order to be happy in the world. How do we change a negative into a positive? And of course, in Baba's Murlis, he gives a lot of solutions, doesn't he?
Yes.
what comes to mind for me in the work that I've been doing in the last couple days is not to even believe in these thoughts. They're not true. You know, let's say I'm always late, or I'll never be enough, right? Whatever that is, I'll never be enough. But Baba doesn't tell us that. And that's the old pattern, so I just remind myself, I am enough. Baba chose me. And I just have to see myself as Baba sees the soul, with so much love. And then it instantly will change that negative. And not to believe it, it's not true. It's not real. Right? And that's work that I've also been doing with myself. So that's a very good question. You try that. Is that something you can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
And Kritika?
So my first question is, when we see soul with bad habits, just like when they do smoking, drinking, being violent, how can we help them go to the right path and help them get rid of doing bad habits?
Okay. Now, okay, this is what you see out in the world? Uh-huh. And so you care about them, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you want them to find the strength. What helps is to constantly have that vision of whatever virtue or strength you can see in that person. Usually people resort to these kind of negative habits because they are weak, right? And Baba says to become a stick for the blind and see their virtues even though they can't see them. And, it's like, how you cross a bridge, you want to cross a river, and think of the river as these rushing thoughts. And maybe they're negative, maybe mixture of thoughts. So you want to cross over the bridge, but you don't have the courage. And so by find the virtue in the other person so that they can have the strength, and that seeing that virtue in them becomes a bridge, doesn't it? Right? That, oh, wait a minute, someone believes in me. And then they might be willing to listen to how you can create these positive thoughts, right? Because, we want them to be connected with Baba, with God, and not that I get stuck in between. So also, if I take sorrow, if I feel bad about their misfortune or that what they've created, then I could be pulled down, right? So no, I have to see them as God's child and to see what strength they have in them. Give them hope. We are lamps, right? Lamps of hope, right? Do you have another question?
I had another question. So sometimes we feel like we feel lonely sometimes, even though we're surrounded by so many other people. Like, I want to know the reason why we feel that, and how can we like stop it and we could feel more loved.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's another deep question, isn't it? Even being amongst many, we feel alone. How is that possible? Maya wants us to feel alone. And that usually there'll be different reasons that Maya will try and cut that connection. Sometimes Baba will say in the Murli that he'll, it's a time of war, and he'll try and cut the wires so that you can't connect with home base, and that would be Baba. And when I am full, when I am happy, when I'm joyful and I feel abundant in that experience. You know, I remember Baba, then naturally I want to give. And even if others don't take that joy, or they don't understand that happiness or that benefit of my company, not to take sorrow. And that's one way we can maybe feel alone. And another, because we want them to be happy. Maybe they're unhappy or understand me. How come they don't understand me? Nobody understands me. Wouldn't that make you feel alone if you thought that way? Nobody understands me, right? I'll just sit here, right? But no one, it's not possible for me to understand anyone else 100%. It's not possible. Even your mother can attest to that, right?
Yeah.
You could live with someone for 60 years and you still don't understand them.
No.
So who do I need to understand? Who's the one that I really need to understand?
Myself.
Yeah, to understand myself and to make Baba, in understanding Baba, I can make Baba my best friend. And he's always there for me. You know, I'm never alone. Yeah. Okay. Kritika, any other question?
So my question is kind of personal. That I don't really have friends in school. I'm always like kind of like on like the side basically because of usually what happens is that like one day I see like make a friend and like for a couple of days like I stay with them, play with them, whatever like that. And then after a couple of days later, they start like betrayal like me and stuff, like not talking to me, making another friend and stuff. So I wanted to ask like how can I make a friend with Baba's knowledge?
Okay, very good. So how to make friends with Baba's knowledge? Well, Baba is teaching us to be bestowers. So whomever you've kept company with, you've actually been able to give them something special, your company, your good wishes, and good vibrations. And if they don't recognize it, that's not your problem, right? And so when you have that positive thought about yourself that I am a good friend, a loyal friend, a trustworthy friend, then someone who needs a friend will be attracted. And see, you're remaining pure with Baba, detached and loving. You don't have that expectation, right? So you're not going to get stuck, right, with any friendship. So if you think of it as that whatever friendship I have, it will be that of me giving, that is something that I offer. What can I offer this soul? Rather than what is it that I want from this soul? I'm not insinuating that you had that thought of wanting something from someone, but to look at it as that this is an opportunity to give. And it would be in the form of, your virtues. You're very honest, you're very smart, and I can tell you're also quite jolly. You probably have a very good sense of humor too, right? Okay. Does that help?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that during school. So this is
Yeah. Yeah, you're a child of the bestower, one who constantly gives. And that way, when I'm full, it'll come naturally. I won't have to try. Okay. And Mama, you have a question?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking us. Actually, you explain very well. I think they're gonna use it. So I also have question. Like as a parent, when you have different child groups at home, I have little angel, teenagers. Sometimes it's not easy with teenagers. So like I was raised in India, different culture, different generation. Sometimes we try to make them listen, but they think it's controlling. How can we make them, listen, but they don't think it's being controlled? So it's like opinion difference. Even they are in Baba's Gyan, still there is a difference in opinion.
Mhm.
So I think so many parents have same question like me.
Yeah, it's true. And somehow I've come across some really interesting souls that have, collaborated in service projects of the Brahma Kumaris. And they talk about that age group of the teenage from 14 to 24. And they're really intelligent. They have a lot, they are able to process so much information, and they're in their genius phase of life. And that's why they can retain and develop in education so well. And so their view would be quite limited in the sense of information, whereas you have the value of experience. And it's so hard to witness your children making mistakes or getting, setting themselves up to having bad habits. And so, of course, you're going to feel, oh, and they feel like you're nagging, perhaps, right? That, oh my.
They are even on the right path, but we want to keep them in the right path, right? So
Mhm. Well, not to, well, I'm going to also, as a reference, to use Living Values Education for that age range. There's a lot of beautiful methods, that this is one of Baba's books that Sister Diane has put together, and there's a lot of wonderful, maybe you have that book for that age group, and it gives a lot of good yuktis, methods to deal with that age group in a respectful way. They want a friend. They, and I know you're busy, you're trying to do everything, especially if you have different age groups. To have, maybe just have an outing, to be with them, and something that, something with the BK family, perhaps, that they're in good company, like how much fun you can have in the BK family. And involve them in other BK activities of that age group. And then again, get some methods from the Living Values workshops and things that can help you. Does that help a little bit?
yeah,
I don't want to go into psychology. It's like what Baba says is your children, you have to be a living example for them. And they may not see it now, just to have patience right now. But later on, when they pass a certain age, they're going to be so grateful to you. I think not to have a heartache when they give a hard time, not to take sorrow at all, and just be an embodiment, constantly loving. That's the beauty of mothers. You're an example for the yagya, really. Can I tell you one thing that I've learned? I often see the beauty of mothers and how benevolent they are. And Baba was praising mothers today also in the Murli, right?
yes.
And I often say this, that when we all go home and we go to Satyug, into the golden age, the mothers will be there at the gates waiting for us. And the first thing they'll say is, "Oh, I thought you were here already." So the mothers will be there because of the love they have for God and for the family, and they're always giving, never taking. And so I think maybe a trick is not to be taking any kind of sorrow in the sense, am I not doing enough? But you definitely are.
Okay. Thank you
Just,
so much. Thank you.
yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? We're good?
Thank you. You explain very well, and it will help.
Yes.
Okay, well, nice meeting you, angels.
Same here.
Good Good luck.
Thank
Om
And I'll
you.
see you in New York sometime. Om
Thank you.
Shanti. Yes.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti Angels, thank you so much for coming to Avikti Parivar and sharing. We really appreciate the whole family. And now tomorrow is Thursday. It's an auspicious day, and from morning our schedule will be from 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Amrit Vela, and then evening 5 to 6 we will be having English Sakar Murli. From 6 o'clock we'll have a tea to, followed by Hindi series Bog Offering, then English series Avikti Children, Happy World of Avikti Children, Avikti Journey. So now let's do Avikti Journey. Welcome to Avikti Journey. Avik Mulis from 1969, multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyak Murli of the 10th of May, 1972. Obeying the orders by staying in self-respect. Do not make any plans whilst letting go of your stage. If you create plans, having let go of your stage, what will happen then? There will be no power left. Without any power, what will the influence of those plans be in a practical form? You do a lot of service, you bring about a lot of expansion, but you let go of the seed stage. By going into the expansion, you let go of the essence. Therefore, do not let go of the essence. You do not know how to merge the expansion, that is, how to become the embodiment of the essence. You get caught up with quantity. You are not able to reveal your quality. Connected with your stage, you have a quantity of thoughts, and therefore, as a result of service, there is quantity, but not quality. In the expansion of the whole tree, only one seed is powerful. It is not that one quality amidst the quantity is equal to the expansion of the seed. Do you do service of quality? By going into expansion, whilst bringing benefit to others. You do not forget to bring benefit to yourself, do you? When you pay greater attention to others, you do not look at the tension within your own self. First of all, pay attention to the tension within your own self, and then you will be able to finish all the different types of tension in the whole world. First of all, look at your own self. Do service of the self first. When you serve yourself, you automatically serve others within that. When you let go of serving the self and start to serve others, you use a lot more time and thoughts. Because of this reason, you are not able to accumulate what you should. Because of not accumulating, you do not have that intoxication or happiness. If you earn now and use it up now, then that becomes something for a temporary period. Whereas whatever is accumulated is constantly with you. So now, learn how to accumulate. You must not just accumulate for this one birth, but you have to accumulate for 21 births. If you earn now and consume it now, what will you create for the future? It should not be that you earn it now and you distribute it now. After eating something, you also have to digest it and then distribute it. If you earn something and instantly distribute it, you will not have any power in your own self. You will simply have the happiness that you have distributed whatever you received. You have the happiness of donating something, but you do not have the power to merge that within your own self. Together with happiness, you also need to have power. Because of not having power, neither are you able to remain free from obstacles, nor are you able to overcome the obstacles. We will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti. In order to experience the stage of liberation in life, become free from bondage. The image of fortune. While seeing the image of your fortune and performing actions, stay free from hard work and experience happiness. Never allow tears of sorrow to come. To have a wave of sorrow in your mind means tears in the mind. So, let there not be any tears through your eyes, nor in your mind. Become free from crying in this way. No wave of sorrow can come to fortunate souls who have the fortune of happiness.
जीवन मुक्त स्थिति का अनुभव करने के लिए बंधनों से मुक्त बनो। तकदीर की तस्वीर अपने तकदीर की तस्वीर को देखते हुए कर्म करते भी मेहनत से मुक्त हो खुशी का अनुभव करो। कभी भी दुख के आंसू न आए, मन में दुख की लहर आना माना मन के आंसू। तो ना आंखों से आंसू आए ना मन से, ऐसे रोने से मुक्त बनो। भाग्यवान खुश नसीब आत्माओं के पास दुख की लहर भी नहीं आ सकती। ओम शांति।
खुश नसीब कितने प्रभु का मिला सहारा। हम खुश नसीब कितने प्रभु का मिला सहारा। हम हो गए उसी के, हम हो गए उसी के, वो हो गया हमारा, हमारा हो गए उसी के, हम हो गए उसी के, वो हो गया हमारा, हमारा। हम खुश नसीब कितने प्रभु का मिला सहारा। के लुटाए हम पर वो हीरे मोती, मेरी ही एक की क्या जग की जगाए ज्योति। सद्ज्ञान के लुटाए हम पर वो हीरे मोती, मेरी ही एक की क्या जग की जगाए ज्योति। हमें हर कदम पे देता शिक्षाओं का इशारा। हम हो गए उसी के, हम हो गए उसी के, वो हो गया हमारा, हमारा। हम खुश नसीब कितने प्रभु का मिला सहारा।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति।
Recording stopped.
शांति मोहिनी दीदी, ओम शांति अव्यक्ति परिवार, ओम शांति।
Shanti Moni
Shanti
Didi.
Didi.
Thank you. Have
Good
a very
night.
nice
Om
Sunday.
Shanti everyone.
Om Shanti Aveti family.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Shanti. Good night.